Hey, what's up, everybody? Oh, you know what? You know what? I'm gonna turn off. I'm gonna turn off this fan. Yeah, YouTube air conditioner. Why do I need it? It's not like my computer's doing anything or anything. Yeah. So, what I'm here to tell you today is that I'm going to finally do answer the questions that are in the questions and answer video. I'm a bit late. It is 1:31 a.m. I should have done this hours ago, but I got preoccupied with something. Two things: uploading that video of the song, the one that I made. You know, the Sonic Generations, the mock-up of a Sonic Generations ending theme that is, I made based on the style of the Sonic 1 ending music and credits music, where it had all the old stages. Anyway, the other thing is confidential. I can't tell you what the other thing is, but you will find out soon. I will say that much. And so yeah, we are about to go and see this video. I would like to say that I am surprised. I got like tons of freaking questions just coming in right on the first day. You guys really like this, apparently. And apparently YouTube thought I should get a partnership for it, but we'll talk about that later. So so let's see. View all comments. Let's take a look at what you have to ask me, although I've already looked through all of them. Alright, go to the bottom. We'll start from the beginning. First comment, JK, congrats, though. No, you know what, I'm not gonna say the typical response because I'm not that much of a douche, but I think you know what goes there. But he is just kidding. Congrats. What do you think about Kingdom Hearts? Never played a Kingdom Hearts game. The only thing I really know about Kingdom Hearts is it has to do with Disney characters. That's it. So, yeah, I don't know much about it at all. Though when I see the image of Mickey Mouse trying to be this really serious action character, it just makes me kind of think, no way, this can't be done right. Okay, comment removed. I was supposed to... Oh, I remember. They were asking me... I remember the comment that this person asked, though. Yeah, I have good memory, so removing your comment isn't going to make me forget. He asked me if I'd seen some commentary channel or something, and he told me to check it out. I don't remember what it was called, though I think I left it, took a note down somewhere so I could find out. Or I could just check my Gmail history. Alright, so, okay, who do you think would win in a fight? Fire Sonic or Super Sonic? If you don't know who Fire Sonic is, you can search him and then there will be videos of his fights in SMBZ. SMBZ. I will interpret that as Super Mario Brothers Z. I don't think... Okay, and therefore Fire Sonic is... So Fire Sonic therefore is a fan character. I will put it simply right here. As long as a main character doesn't suck, like say Big the Cat, for instance, Big the Cat can go fuck himself. But say a character like Sonic or like Shadow or like Tails or like a main character that's generally liked, or even a main character that isn't really liked, but isn't like the epitome of hatred. Like, for instance, Jar Jar Binks is a Star Wars character that's the epitome of hatred. But I'm trying to think of a character that. But then there's some. I'm trying to think of a character that isn't. Well, okay, like Watto. I mean, okay, Watto. Actually, he was accused of being racist character for Jewish people, but I don't think he was hated. He was nowhere near hated as much as Jar Jar Binks. That's my point. And God, is it hot. I might have to turn this stuff back on. But anyway, so yeah, so my idea is that's the type of character I'm talking about. One that's not like hated to death, but not really loved either. So as long as you're not a character that's hated to death, and you're an official character, I'm going to say this right now. Then you are superior to crappy fan characters. I'm sorry, but I don't have much love for fan characters. So I'm going to say right now, Super Sonic would win against Fire Sonic just on the grounds that he's official. Just on the grounds that he is not some crappy fan creation. Because with fan creations, they try to build him up as the most powerful, as having the Giga Ultima Apocalypse attack, the Ultra Giga Apocalypse Blaster pedophile machine, whatever the fuck you want to call it. They have this. What the fuck? Excuse me. I'll be right back. You know, it's not every day you see a spider crawling in front of your face hanging from while you're doing a video, but whatever. So yeah. So I was on the Fire Sonic thing. Yeah, Fire Sonic. Don't know enough about him to judge him as a power-wise, but fan character, don't have any love for him. Super Sonic would win. And also someone else responded to this comment saying, Fire Sonic looks powerful, but Super Sonic is invincible. That is a good point. Super Sonic is invincible, so yeah. Anyway, you deserve more subscribers. Your videos are epic, dude. Someone else responded saying he really does. Thank you. I'll be sure. Thank you. I'll be sure to when I am the god of the universe, I shall be sure to make you to put you a high place on my council. The both of you. Alright, the Omega Supersonic. What difference do you see in Dragon Ball Z and Sonic? Because characters in both of them act alike, not the same character. Like for this examples, Goku and Sonic, Vegeta and Shadow, Knuckles and Piccolo has the same personality. Don't forget about it because it'll a favorite video if you wind up asking me. What the fuck? I'm sorry, but that's no offense, but that's hard to understand. The only thing I got from that is what difference do I see in Dragon Ball Z characters? They're not. Dragon Ball Z characters are human. They're super jacked up mode where they get yellow hair does not require them to collect 7 objects. Though they do collect 7 objects. And character personalities, I would say Goku gets serious faster than Sonic does. Sonic only gets serious like right at the apocalypse moment. Goku has kind of like this. I mean, Goku generally has sort of like a positive attitude, but when the minute an actual bad guy shows up, he gets serious. Whereas Sonic, when Sonic gets serious, Sonic gets serious throughout most of the game, Sonic is like stay serious. Except Sonic 06, Sonic got kind of like always getting serious then, but well, who cares about that one? So yeah. So yeah. Vegeta and Shadow. Okay, Shadow doesn't obsess over Sonic. Shadow doesn't obsess over Sonic and consider himself inferior to him. Though they end up being rivals, it's not like Shadow's always jealous, feeling like he's being undermined, feel like he's being overshadowed by Sonic. That's not the case. The rivalry between them is sort of a quiet one, in the sense that it's obviously there, but they generally don't speak it. But they generally don't make. It's generally not meant to be too obvious. It's not meant to be too obvious that they are, though. Until their actions show it. Until their actual actions show it, as opposed to their words. Knuckles and Piccolo. Okay, here's the obvious difference. Knuckles wasn't evil to begin with. He was just an idiot. So, okay. Congrats. Thanks. Do you want Classic Sonic to talk in Sonic Generations or no? No, I do not want Classic Sonic to talk in Sonic Generations because, well, that would start up an uproar of bitching. It doesn't mean classics. Now, actually, if it's the 3DS version and they have just text bubbles, then go ahead, give Classic Sonic text bubbles, because I believe that Classic Sonic can talk. It's just that he chooses not to because he's a silent. At this point, he's sort of like the silent type. So, yeah, but just don't. I wouldn't want to give Classic Sonic a voice because everyone will be like, it should be Jaleel White. I hate Jaleel White. Martin Burke, I don't think anybody likes him. And if they went with Roger Craig Smith, every fan would bitch. And to be fair, I'm not sure. I think Roger Craig Smith sounds appropriate for Classic Sonic. I think for me, of the Sonic voices that are appropriate, the only good Sonic voice that sounds like it could be for Classic Sonic is probably Ryan Drummond. Jason Griffith and Roger Craig Smith are too deep for Classic Sonic, and because they carry a bit more teenage tone than Ryan Drummond does. Ryan Drummond I could kind of picture as being either of them, is either classic or modern. Okay, so do you want okay, opinion on Sonic 06 to Shadow the Hedgehog. Oh boy, oh boy, such a short question, but it's gonna lead to a giant answer. Okay, we'll get the easy one out of the way. Shadow the Hedgehog. It's a piece of shit. I hate it. I hate the mission structure that requires I'm I still have the image of the opening cutscene from the game burned in my head for having to watch it like 11 times. I hated it. I wasn't too big a fan of the Sonic Heroes gameplay formula. This makes the Sonic Heroes gameplay formula look very good. That's how bad this game is. It's like it's slow and laggy. I mean, we'll be fair and say I'll be fair by saying that they took the PS2 version, and the PS2 version of both Shadow the Hedgehog and Sonic Heroes kind of sucks. Even Sonic Heroes. So maybe Shadow the Hedgehog's better on the GameCube. It looks a bit better, but still, it doesn't look like my thing. The guns, okay, yeah, the guns aren't interesting just not because they are guns, but because the mechanics with them aren't that great. The vehicles have some of the worst driving ever. And I think we all know that one. I like its replay value, and I like that there's so many levels they designed for it, but it's like, it's just so monotonous and so uninteresting. It's like you pretty much have to do every level 3 goddamn times just to finish the game. It feels it takes the desire to replay the game totally out of you. Hell, it takes the desire to finish it out of you almost. So okay, and that was supposed to be the short one, and I took her to talk about that one. Wonderful. Well, okay. Again, I'll be right back. Today's just pest day, I guess. Anyway, so Sonic 06. Alright, this is the tough one. I'm gonna start off by saying it's not as bad as Shadow the Hedgehog. Is it bad? So how is it in the the short version is it's bad. The not short version is it's a disappointment for what it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be the 15th anniversary title, celebrating 15 years of Sonic, and it was supposed to be this like big. It's supposed to be like this big revamp. It's supposed to take it's supposed to redefine the gameplay formula. You know, come with a new one. It's like the heroes formula that we've used for 2 games sucks. Let's make something better to replace it. And let's take a look at the classic formula and the adventure formula and make something out of those formulas that makes a better formula. That was the philosophy with Sonic 06. Even though now the thing is. Now, I'm going to say right away, I didn't know any of this when I first saw Sonic 06 because I didn't use the internet for information on games at this time. So, but looking at some past interviews with Yuji Naka, this is the information I've gathered. This was the intent of the game, and it was built up as this big, amazing game, and then it's like. So now I know video game hype is I know you're not. I know video game hype is infamous for its ability to mislead us, but this particularly was not just hype, but rather sort of the promises. I think the fan reaction is a bit ridiculous, though. They didn't lie to us. They just didn't do. It's not like they wanted to make a game this bad. They wanted to do all the things they said they did. They just didn't. So anyway, but on to my thoughts about the game. So yeah. Obviously, it's a disappointment in that area because the gameplay does not go to Sonic's roots. It does not create a new formula that really works. That's obviously what Sonic Unleashed does. But yeah, so it does not do that. It's like the gameplay. It feels like it's got some. It feels like it's trying. It does feel like it's trying to take more from Sonic Adventure in the types of levels it has. In the types of levels. But, and obviously the way the levels, and obviously there's some direct homages like Wave Ocean, is obviously Emerald Coast. But, yeah, but it feels, the gameplay just doesn't feel right. I mean, in some humorous ways, it does harken back to the classics, like Sonic does it, like in Sonic 1, Sonic actually couldn't run that fast unless because of it. Sonic couldn't run that fast because of a glitch. If you let go of the control stick when you hit like a sprint or something, Sonic could actually run fast, but the minute you even touch the control stick, Sonic will slow down to the speed that you can to the maximum speed that you can reach without any boost, without any added speed, like a spring or something. So yeah, but yeah, in that same way, Sonic 06, you move pretty slow unless you hit a speed booster. So I guess in a funny sort of irony that way. But, okay, and they did bring back some of the moves from the Sonic Adventure games. That was cool, but this is about it. Now Shadow's gameplay. Okay. Actually, no, wait. I should probably finish up with Sonic's gameplay. I should probably be even more clear than that. So, it's Sonic's gameplay, yeah. Sonic's gameplay. He moves pretty slow. There's that there's that blue gem that actually could cure that, but the level designs just aren't. Could, I guess, cure that, but not really. And even then, the level designs aren't really designed to give him much speed. So, it doesn't help. What the levels did have a lot of were enemies to fight. It was, I mean, yeah, too many enemies to fight. It's like you were constantly stopping to use the homing attack or bounce or whatever to kill enemies. To be fair, though, the moveset Sonic had to kill enemies worked and was actually kind of fun. I'll admit, it was kind of fun, even if it was mind-numbingly redundant defeating the enemies. But, still. And, so, yeah. And then there's Shadow's gameplay. Shadow's gameplay has the vehicles back, except the vehicles are slightly better, in the sense that you're not a giant walking bullseye when you're in them. They actually have weapons, powerful weapons. But they still suck to drive. And, yeah. Now, what I liked about Shadow, though, and I think they should use in future, and I think they should do this in future Sonic games where he's playable, is they used his powers more. It's like Shadow has these powers like Chaos Spear and Chaos Blast, and it's like you barely get to use them. It's like this game, Chaos Spear is actually part of his regular arsenal. I liked that. That was good. Though I didn't like how it was only stun. I get that maybe if you just shot out a Chaos Spear it was stun, but I think if you charge up the Chaos Spear instead of like hitting 3 guys, maybe the Chaos Spear, if you charge it up, could actually do some damage. Maybe not kill an enemy per se, because that would be and leave that to Chaos Lance. But yeah, either way. So I thought Shadow, they did some things right. They actually had some pretty good ideas with him, with what to do with him. So if future games of Shadow come up, I think they should, gameplay-wise, use the Sonic Adventure 2 formula for Shadow, because you can't do the Sonic Unleashed formula with anybody but Sonic. There's no way you could. So say we have Sonic Adventure 3 and say it has Shadow playable. Shadow would have to have like Sonic Adventure 2 style physics and gameplay and level style. But they should look to Sonic 06 for the moveset, because the moveset was really good. His moveset was actually pretty good in Sonic 06. And hey, Sonic's wasn't that bad either. I mean, it was sort of similar to Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2 moveset. But physics were a problem. Like, you couldn't even spin dash jump. But, yeah, so anyway, Silver's gameplay. Silver's gameplay is very promising, but needs a lot of finishing and tweaking. See, I think in future games they should definitely stick to the formula they used of using psychic powers to kick a bunch of ass, but they should definitely take more reference from, say, the Force Unleashed. If you play those games, you know how elaborate it is and how well done the controls for lifting and throwing objects are. That same concept should be used, because that worked out so beautifully. So they should definitely take inspiration from that, and then they can, in that way, but keep things, pretty much almost anything else could stay the same. I know a lot of people are bitching that Silver's slow, but hey, not every Sonic character needs to run fast. Sonic's the one about speed. Really, Sonic's the one about speed. No one ever said Dr. Robotnik or Dr. Eggman, or whatever you want to call him. No one ever said he has to run fast, though amusingly there are those few times in the classics where he does manage to run away from you, but whatever. So, yeah, now, what do I think, though? So what do I think? I would say that there's 2 problems with this game, though, that I think sum it up well. Oh, yeah, I didn't mention the mock speed sections, did I? Okay, the mock speed sections. They're actually pretty fun, but to be fair, but not what a Sonic formula shouldn't be. You shouldn't be on rails to run fast. But for what it was enjoyable. They were actually kind of enjoyable, particularly the one in Kingdom Valley, because you got to run on waterfalls. That was freaking sweet. But yeah. So what do I think? There's 2 major problems with this game. Problem 1 is that the gameplay doesn't feel like particularly for Sonic, especially for Sonic, doesn't feel like it's what a Sonic game should be. I mean, there's some things like the moveset for Sonic is pretty much the similar moveset to Sonic Adventure, and that worked. But otherwise, it doesn't really work out. The gameplay for Sonic doesn't work out. Many of the gameplay almost Shadow actually it does stick to him more. And Silver, being a new character, he's completely original. Now, Sonic, though, funny thing is, his gameplay, for what he has, his gameplay is the most stable. So I guess it's the most fun to play, but that's not saying a lot. But here's the thing. My thought about it is, but even then, none of them are really stable, and I'll get into that in a minute. The first problem, again, is that the gameplay doesn't really feel like what you'd expect. And, it doesn't feel like what you expect from a Sonic game. It doesn't use that speed platforming. Doesn't use that brilliant mixture of speed and platforming, where you platform, speed is the reward, you get speed, managing to maintain the speed without getting hurt is the next reward. That's sort of and of course, obviously, getting past death traps and platforms is its own reward too. But that formula doesn't feel like it's present in Sonic 06. It's more like homing attack. It's more like scripted section, homing attack, scripted section, homing attack, homing attack. That's pretty much Sonic 06 in a nutshell for Sonic's gameplay. And but to be fair, for what it was worth, it wouldn't have been so bad. In fact, if it was its own game, it had nothing to do with Sonic at all, and that was the gameplay, it probably would be a decent platform. It still would be a decent, fairly decent platformer. The other problem that keeps it from even on that level being good being enjoyable or okay. Being okay is that it's not finished. It's glitchy. It's unfinished. It's an unfinished product. So even as its own game, the product that you can hold in your hands isn't what it could be. It could have at least been a good regular non-Sonic platformer, but it didn't manage to do that because it wasn't finished. Because they didn't finish it. They released it with so many bugs and everything left in. Though the funny thing is, people always talk about always criticize the game for the bugs, for the wrong bugs. They always criticize them for the fun bugs, like that jump ability, like that unlimited double jump ability with the shrink gem, things like that. Why are you criticizing it for the fun stuff? Criticize it for the stuff that nobody gives a shit about. Like, for instance, with the hang glider, if you go to the ground, you're stuck in the ground. You're never going to go into the ground with a hang glider. Why is that a problem? The problems are the complicated glitches. Like, for instance, in Sonic's Wave Ocean, there's if you don't take a certain shortcut, you'll be on a series of springs, and one of those springs will take you through a path of rings. That's a scripted path. But if you're moving the control stick, you can actually alter Sonic's position slightly so he misses most of the rings. The result of that is that apparently causes some error in the game's draw, so it doesn't draw the piers. It doesn't draw like the piers when you're running from the whale. So essentially they'll be like, you'll run and there's a dash panel just floating in midair, but there's nothing for you to stand on, so you'll just fall and die while you're trying to run away from the whale. That's a fatal problem. That's a problem with it because it's a glitch that can get you killed. There's a problem. Another weird thing is that Sonic doesn't hurt anybody when he jumps. And yeah, it's too hot. Sorry, I'm turning this freaking air conditioner back on. So yeah, sorry about that. Sorry about the noise, but it's mad, brutal, fucking hot in here. Anyway, I guess that's what sums up my thoughts on Sonic 06. One more thing though. Since people are probably going to ask, what are my thoughts on the story about the game? Here's a quick nutshell of my thoughts. The story's mostly good, except for Princess Elise. Not because she's romanced with Sonic. Though I think Sonic shouldn't really be put into a relationship with any character, because it's just not his style. He seems to be a free bird to me. And two, always in the moment to settle down and fall in love with someone. But to be honest, with Princess Elise, I actually would have, I'm gonna get a lot of hate from this. If it weren't, I have my own set of problems with Princess Elise, but ignoring those problems for a minute, her romance with Sonic, I would still take that over Amy any day. I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for that, but I really can't stand Amy. She is so annoying. She has the most obnoxious personality ever. Now, my problems with Elise, but I have my own share of problems with Elise, but again, I'll still take her over Amy. Though I prefer neither. Oh, that's another way they go back to Sonic's roots. They go back to bringing back, they give Sonic a human girlfriend, just like he used to have, that Madonna chick, remember? See, like I said, they go to Sonic's roots in all the weirdest ways, which is kind of funny when you think about it. But anyway, so my problems with Princess Elise are how implausible she is. My biggest problem with Elise is how ridiculously implausible she is. She's supposed to be like this. I mean, okay, so both parents are dead. She has a giant monstrous demon thing sealed inside her, and if she cries, it will release this demon monster thing, destroying the world. Or if she dies, so either one. So don't die and don't shed any tears. And she's like 7 years old. How did she not cry? With no parents, having to run a nation on her own for 10 freaking years. Oh, and even then, when you get past that, it's like she's about to cry because a blue fucking hedgehog is gonna leave and go somewhere else. Oh please, are you serious? You lost your parents and you didn't cry, but the fact that another person you care about is gonna be still alive, but is just leaving, is just going somewhere else, is bothering you? And then on top of that, when Sonic dies, she actually does cry. Oh, boo-hoo. Your parents dying? Not a big fucking deal, but some blue hedgehog. Oh, red alert, I have to cry. What the fuck? What the fuck? And on top of that, she's 17 years old when she does this. But she's 7 when she loses her parents. So, that's what pisses me off, is just how ridiculous this character is. And yeah. So, yeah. And obviously, there's a ton of jokes you can make about how she's a furry, but we'll leave that aside. So, that's my one complaint with the story, but I like the other stories. I like Silver Story, and I like Shadow Story, and I love Mephiles. I'm actually hoping that the villain in Sonic Generations is really Mephiles, because Sonic 06 is totally retconned. Everything about it. Even that ending that happened after they blew out the flame. Yoshihisa Hashimoto said this in an interview close to the release of Sonic Unleashed. He basically retconned Sonic 06 in its entirety in order to make Sonic Unleashed, in order to show that Sonic Unleashed is going to be a better game, and show that Sonic 06 does not represent their franchise. He also reiterated that Secret Rings is part of its own spin-off canon and not really canon with the main series. But yeah, so in all reality, solely Anna itself may not even exist. There may not, as far as we know, because there's no evidence that she just exists now. I mean, I like to think that it does exist, but I don't know why. But even if it does, like whether it does or doesn't, my point is that means that it gives them the perfect opportunity to say, okay, there was no Solaris, there's no Mephiles, there's no Iblis. Let's bring Mephiles in, but give him different backstory let's give him a completely different backstory. But keep the character the same, like keep him as the same manipulative, evil motherfucker that he is, but not have him be tied to that story about Solaris and everything. Have him just be some evil entity that eats time. You get my point, right? If they could bring back Mephiles, and be honest, who cared about Mephiles' backstory? What Mephiles' backstory was? We didn't give a shit about that. We gave a shit about what Mephiles did, not where he came from. Well, I mean, we were curious, but that's not what. But if you told us, if you decided that that's not where Mephiles came from, and that Mephiles came from somewhere else, we wouldn't care. We'd just be glad Mephiles is back. Though they need to get Dan Green to voice him. I mean, okay, we got that guy. He's really good at impersonating Dan Green's voices, but nobody can do that voice justice but Dan Green. I mean, I can see Knuckles being done by somebody else, even Storm the Albatross being done by somebody else, but only Dan Green can do Mephiles. So yeah. Bring that. So I would need Dan Green back, but either way. So I don't know if this is going to be the case or not, but whatever. There, I am done. I'm just speaking forever about it. Next question: what is your favorite Wisp power? I have two favorite Wisp powers. My two favorite, and I actually thought about this one long and hard when I read it initially, which I read all the comments when they came out, and I prepared my answers so I wouldn't take forever thinking about them. So what's my favorite Wisp powers? They are Frenzy and Cube. Was that what I picked? Yeah, that's what I picked. I like Frenzy because you get to just go through stuff, and I like Cube because of because it offered a level of platforming, and it was the most advanced of the Wisp powers. Because it was the most advanced of the Wisp powers. You could use it you could use its effect whenever you wanted within the time duration that you had it, and it could be destructive. It could be used to take out enemies all around you, but at the same time, it was very creative because it allowed you to create new paths and open up previously blocked off paths. So I thought it was I thought that was a really good power. Now other ones. Now, just for the sake of it, I'm going to say what I thought about the other ones. Laser, I liked, except that I didn't like the way the control was. I thought you should be able to press a button to fire the laser. No shoot-to-whoop jokes, please. Yeah, now I'm going to get one because I said don't. But anyway, actually, no, I'm going to do it now, just so you don't do it. I'm a firing my laser! Okay, there, I did the shoot-to-whoop joke. Now think of something else! Anyway, so, I probably should be a little quiet because it's 2 a.m. Don't want to wake the dead. But, so yeah, with powers. Laser I liked, and I liked how different ways you could use it, like the ricocheting and the electricity, but I loved destroying the boss with it, especially because I didn't realize this initially. I thought killing that first boss in Tropical Resort, I thought all you did was ram into it, but you can also go, like, hit its arms, and it'll be like the electric poles. Essentially, you'll turn into a bolt of lightning and surge through it, and reach its head. That's pretty cool. But, so yeah, Drill, I like the level of exploration in that. I like its level of exploration. And I also like the new dimension it brings to the underwater. I love the underwater music that it plays, too. That was awesome. Drill's pretty good. Spikes. I really like Spikes, and I'm glad it's coming. I'm pretty glad it's coming back to Sonic Generations because it gives modern Sonic the ability to spin dash again. But that's what I like about Spikes, is this ability to spin dash, and it was resourceful in other ways too. But that was my favorite. Now Rocket is a simple but cool one. I would have picked another one to come back in Generations, but I understand why that's the one they picked, because those were the two powers in Planet Wisp Act 1. Spikes and Rocket. Anyway, so you already talked about Cube. Hover, I kind of like, but mainly because it's the light dash. I mean, it looks cool. It looks cool, but other than that, it's nothing special other than its light dash ability. So I guess I talked about all of them, right? Yeah. So yeah, but you know my favorite. So now you know my favorites though: Frenzy and Cube. And actually, I'll talk about the DS powers too. Most of the DS powers suck. Burst is okay, but sometimes in Sweet Mountain it gets kind of sucky. It runs out. The way the system works for power consumption, I think it needs to be fixed up a bit. And Void, I loved Void. That was awesome. In the DS version of Sonic Generations, they better bring back Void. That thing was cool. All the other ones I kind of hated. I mean, okay, well actually Rocket wasn't so bad, and they actually did some more with Rocket than they did in the Wii version. But apart from those three, the Wisps kind of sucked. I mean, Drill was horrible. The controls sucked. And they made you use Drill, and the annoying part is they fucking made you use it. I don't even think there's one time in Sonic Colors. Maybe there is. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think there was. If there was one time, it was probably like it was once in a blue moon in the Wii version of Sonic Colors that they actually make you use Drill. It seemed mostly optional and for shortcuts. But I figured to myself, okay, I'll try Planet Wisp on Sonic Colors without using Drill. But I found that I was unfortunately forced to use it. Now Laser, the aiming is just bad. Because okay, I said I didn't like how you held stuff down to keep the laser from firing. I said I wanted a button to press. No, you have like 2 seconds to think where to aim that laser before it fires. They don't give you, so that's bullshit. They don't give you any control over when it fires. And what was the other one? Oh yeah, Rocket. And I said that one's okay. That one's actually okay. So yeah. Anyway, all right. Can I do a walkthrough of Sonic Heroes? Probably not. I mean, I might consider doing it. I might consider doing one, but it would only be of Sonic's story and the last story. But even then, I don't really want to do it. I really don't want to do Sonic Heroes. I mean, okay, I actually like the GameCube version. It's actually pretty good, but I'm still not a really big fan of it. So yeah, Probably not, but I'm not totally ruling it out. But there's definitely no plans in the near future to do it. Do you prefer modern or Sonic or classic Sonic? For me, it's modern. This guy says, and my response is, I'm gonna go ahead and say I'm gonna go. Well, that depends. Design-wise, I actually kind of like both equally. For the longest time, I thought to myself, I actually prefer modern Sonic because I thought modern Sonic because I thought classic Sonic couldn't look good in 3D because only looked good in 2D because the only 3D Sonic titles to have classic Sonic were those had really crappy visuals. Okay, I mean they were good for their time, but they weren't all that special. Classic Sonic just didn't look natural to be in that. Well, as natural as Sonic would look, but you get the idea. So, whereas I've seen plenty of handheld games with modern Sonic, and he looked fine in 2D, and classic Sonic looks fine in 2D, and modern Sonic looked fine in 3D. So I thought modern Sonic was a superior look. But then after Sonic Generations, I revoked that. I've seen classic Sonic. Now that I've seen Sega actually do their own HD lookup of HD visualization of classic Sonic in 3 dimensions, they did a good job, and I think that classic Sonic actually does look pretty good in 3D. So they're equals. Now, but I think modern Sonic looks more like what I expect somebody who runs really fast for. He's got the athletic build. Classic Sonic looks really cute though, and I like his I have to admit I always liked his rolling running animation. That's pretty fun. So anyway, gameplay wise, if you're asking, which you probably were, gameplay wise, I'm gonna go ahead and say I do prefer modern Sonic, but I prefer classic Sonic over Dreamcast Sonic. Yeah. I mean, I like Dreamcast Sonic, but I think it's not as good as classic Sonic. But modern Sonic is gameplay-wise is the definitive one because it's the best. To me, it takes the best of Dreamcast Sonic and the best of classic Sonic and puts them together. So to me, it's sort of how proper evolution should happen by taking a look at something's diverse past and putting together the best of everything that's happened in that diverse past. That to me is the proper evolution, and they did it. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say that modern. Though there are some things that appeal. Though at the same time, I'm not saying I devalue classic Sonic. There's a lot of stuff in Sonic. I would definitely say that Sonic Generations would be a much less fun experience without classic Sonic, because without classic Sonic, it just wouldn't be the same. It wouldn't be quite that level of fulfillment, because classic Sonic's levels do offer a bit. The major difference that I can think of between modern Sonic and classic Sonic is that right now is that classic Sonic's levels focus on the speed being. Like I said, there's two. I think there's two rewards. There's the speed is the reward, and the ability to maintain the speed is another reward. So the reward of getting the speed is more focused on classic Sonic. That doesn't mean there aren't obstacles that are going to make you lose the speed. There just aren't as many as say in the modern Sonic. In the modern Sonic, it's easier to get the speed. You got like the boost. You got easily powered boost, but they still have both. They both have the other too. Like modern Sonic does have some moments where there's platforming and speed will be the reward for that, and classic Sonic does have moments where he's got obstacles to dodge. Otherwise, he'll run into them and get hit, and so it has that same trial and error thing. So yeah. But anyway, so yeah, you got my thing. I'm not sure if you heard or not, but Eddie Lieberman is making a Sonic fan film. What are your views on this? I've heard. But I have no fucking idea who Eddie Lieberman is. I did a little looking up on him, so he's apparently a fan filmmaker, right? And he made a Mega Man film, I guess, and that's what made him popular? Am I right? Am I wrong? I don't know. But when you first told me this, you know what I thought, and this is pretty sad. I thought Eddie Lieberman was a Knothole resident. Then I realized that a Knothole resident, I think, if I'm correct, is Richard Kuda, right? That's a Knothole resident's name? Because yeah, because a Knothole resident is also making a fan film, and that's gonna suck, and we all know it is. But I don't know how Eddie Lieberman. I'm not sure what to think about Eddie Lieberman's fan film. I really am not sure, honestly, because I don't know any of his work. But it definitely got me slightly intrigued. I mean, is it gonna be live action? Is it gonna be CGI? What is it gonna be? That's what I want. I'm curious on that one. Question: what got you into the Sonic series? Wait, where'd it go? There it is. Okay. Question: what got you into the Sonic series? Another question with a long answer. Okay, so Sonic Hedgehog 1 was my first game. on the Sega Genesis. I'm pretty sure that the way I got the Sega Genesis was my father got a used Model 3 Genesis with a bunch of games on it, including the Sonic games. And I'm pretty sure that we picked up Sonic and I know later on I picked up Sonic and Knuckles. I don't think it had Sonic and Knuckles, but yeah. So it had. So I remember I have one memory of that distinctive. I have two memories of Sonic 1: the music of Green Hill and the loop, and that loop. But that's it. That's all I have memories of. And I have memories of Chemical Plant from Sonic 2. And for some reason I have memories of flying as Tails in Sonic 2. I know that can't be right, because you can't fly as Tails in Sonic 2. But for some reason I have this memory of him flying in Chemical Plant. I know it's false, but either way. I have memories of Angel Island Zone from Sonic 3. Maybe even Hydrocity Zone, but I'm not sure about that one. Sonic and Knuckles is the one I have the most memories of, though, because I remember that in that one Knuckles was playable, and that stuck out to me because red was my favorite color. So, I remember Mushroom Hill, couldn't get through it as Knuckles, because I couldn't figure out that Knuckles knew how to climb. I got through it as Sonic, because I have memories of the 3D boss, and I'm realizing that where I got stuck on Sonic and Knuckles was Flying Battery Zone, and I quit after that. And it's rare that I quit at a game, but I couldn't think of how to get through it, I guess. And, unfortunately, the tragedy striked. My Sega Genesis broke down, because essentially I left my Sega Genesis be for a while when my Nintendo 64 came in, and I enjoyed the shit out of that. Like, I remember games that I really liked were GoldenEye, Mortal Kombat Trilogy, and the Star Wars Pod Racing game. Those are probably my three favorite N64 games. So I really enjoyed the shit out of those, but then there was a point where I did start to want to try to beat the Sonic games again, right? But unfortunately, before I could do that, my Sega Genesis broke down. I don't know what happened, but it just stopped working, so we had to get rid of it. So I wouldn't hear much from Sonic for a while until I became friends with Zach. Until I became friends with Zach. Then he brought over Sonic Adventure 2, and I'm like, oh, Sonic, I remember him. So he's showing me some stuff in Sonic Adventure 2, and I'm like, yeah, this is cool, but I wasn't really interested because Sonic was that was like a long time ago, so it's not like I wasn't really interested or anything. Then he brought Sonic Heroes, and Shadow did catch my attention a bit. And seeing Shadow and Sonic Heroes as a good guy, I'm like, oh, so Shadow's a good guy now. Interesting. And it's like, I saw Super Sonic for the first time when he showed me Sonic Heroes, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. And there's a Metal Sonic, that also seems kind of cool, but yeah. And then I remember that cheesy ass ending to Sonic Heroes, which would have bothered me had I known more about the general tone of the Sonic series at the time, but I didn't, so it didn't really bother me that much. I barely knew much about it anyway. So yeah, then I saw advertisements for Shadow the Hedgehog. Then later I saw advertisements for Shadow the Hedgehog, and it's like, oh yeah, that guy again. Now he's got his own game. And then soon enough, Zach brought that over and did some stuff with that. I was bored. I was kind of bored watching that. Then I didn't see any advertisements for Sonic 06. It's worth noting I didn't see any advertisements for that. I should have mentioned that. That for me, I didn't have that little disappointment in that game because I didn't ever know about it. And yeah, here's something for you though. He brought Sonic 06 over, stuck on Silver, and I suggested to him, okay, and obviously I was able to easily suggest to him. He picks up some objects if you stay away from him, attack him there. So yeah, he beat that boss. Then there was all this stuff. It's like, okay, who's that princess chick? And it's like, what's going on here? And at this point, I was trying to make an effort to actually give a shit because I hadn't before. But he's kept bringing that game over, and then he got stuck at End of the World. I guess my house is good luck for him because he told me he got to the Biolizard 2 years before he met me, and then. No, not 2 years before he met me, probably even longer. But whatever. Anyway, he said that 2 years ago from the time of this story that I'm going to tell you in a minute, that he got to the Biolizard and he hadn't beat it since because of that accursed last hit. And at my house, he managed to beat the Biolizard. So I think he came out as dumb luck then. So Now I remember reading in the strategy guide because Zach likes to buy a lot of strategy guides. That Super Sonic was in this Sonic Next Gen game, and I'm like, oh, him again. And I was kind of intrigued by it. I wanted to see what he looked like, but because he couldn't get past End of the World, it never happened. He actually brought over Sonic Adventure 1. And again, I was curious, and because he told me that Supersonic was like in every game, so I was thinking, okay, what about this game? It's like, no, it seemed like Sonic Heroes was the only game that he had gotten the Supersonic boss in. So now I guess where you stuck on. He said Amy's levels because of that stupid Alpha Zero thing. I ended up helping him beat Amy's levels. So I guess that's the first time I picked up a Sonic game since then. Yeah. And then later I got to see what Supersonic boss looked like, and I saw the other look for Supersonic, the shadow-like look. And okay, but yeah, then there's the Sonic 06 thing. I was still urging him to try to get past that level. He couldn't get past Silver's part. Eventually, I decided to do it myself. So I ended up getting a PS3, and I decided to get that game too. I got that game, I played it, and because I hadn't played a Sonic game in years, and let's be honest, Amy's gameplay wasn't anything special. So let's exclude that one experience, because Amy's gameplay from Sonic Adventure isn't much better than the gameplay in Sonic 06. So when I got to play Sonic 06, I actually enjoyed it. I actually enjoyed it initially because I hadn't played another Sonic game. The last time I played a Sonic game, excluding that that quick experience with Amy, was years ago. Oh no, wait, I did pick up and play Sonic Heroes on the GameCube. I did give a try out to Sonic Heroes on the GameCube, and that was kind of interesting. But I didn't actually finish. I never actually played it for like a long period of time, just a little bit. Like maybe I got to that Grand Metropolis level, but anyway, so yeah. I played through Sonic 06. I admit to liking playing it when I first played it, right? And there was a challenge there. There was a legitimate challenge, and I hadn't faced a challenge like that in a while. And as I faced that challenge, to be fair, now I'm thinking, wow, was that really hard for me? Because now that shit's easy. But at the time, it felt like a legitimate challenge, and I was remembering back to the classics. It's like, oh yeah, the classics were hard too. It's like, so I sort of felt this like almost haunting because I never got to beat those. So it's almost like as a gamer, I felt like by beating this, I could prove that I had become a better gamer, and I did beat it. Within a week, I got to the last part. Oh yeah. Oh, one note for Sonic 06. One good thing I will say about it though, since even though I know I'm already off what my thoughts are on the game, one thing I did like about it were the boss fights. The boss fights were actually pretty good. I will say the boss fights were better than what they use now for Unleashed and Colors. Yeah, I said that. The boss fight, sadly enough, with this new modern Sonic formula that I really like, that's the one weakness. The bosses suck. I think the Dreamcast era and Sonic 06 had the best bosses. They had the best bosses, without a doubt. And, yeah. Now, the final boss is always awesome, though, so that's the exception. But, even for the modern Sonic titles. But, yeah, so, yeah, so I beat that, but then I also got, and then my birthday, actually, it was only like 5 days before my birthday that I got the PS3. I guess my dad was feeling sympathetic because I had like a shitty day at school or something, and he decided to give it to me early. So, yeah, so 5 days later, my birthday came, and Zach decided to give me Sonic Heroes for the PS2. That's the most backhanded thing someone can do. But to be fair, he probably didn't know because he didn't play the PS2 version, and I didn't have a GameCube. So, that was the only one that he could have given me. But it's kind of amusing because Sonic Heroes for the PS2 is horrible. But at the same time, because again, the only other game I played was Sonic 06, I played it. I didn't like it as much as Sonic 06. Yeah, PS2 version of Sonic Heroes is not as good as Sonic 06. Because the PS2 version of Sonic Heroes really sucks. But, yeah, so I didn't enjoy it as much as it, but I still enjoyed it. And then I started going around, but then playing that one too, it's sort of like, now I suddenly want to play, it got me the urge to play more Sonic games. So I went around collecting different Sonic titles that I hadn't gotten before, like Sonic Adventure, Sonic Adventure 2. Actually, I think Zach gave me Sonic Adventure, but yeah, I got like Sonic Adventure, Sonic Adventure 2, I got them, I even got Shadow the Hedgehog. Yeah, I caught up on every title that I missed. I caught up on pretty much every title that I missed. The only Sonic games I don't own now are Knuckles Chaotix and Sonic Shuffle. But, yeah, and of course, eventually I also picked up the Genesis titles in the Mega Collection because I had this yearning to see them again, to see my past again. So, yeah, so I got into it as my first video game, but departed from it for a while. and pretty much just skipped. Well, pretty much overall, literally, I played almost the entirety of the classic era as far as the main series goes, and then I skipped the Dreamcast era and then jumped back in when the modern era started. That's kind of how it worked out, which is kind of amusing. Yeah, obviously Sonic 06, my opinion of Sonic 06 kind of slowly declined with each Sonic game I got, with each better Sonic game I got. But by the time I caught up just in time for Sonic Unleashed, and when I saw that game, I nearly shit my pants at how awesome it looked. Okay, so the next question is not a question. It is a comment that says, "I cook yo mama. In Soviet Russia, yo mama cooks you." Now, this same guy asked the question. For some reason, he literally does all caps for all his comments. Do you think Sonic? Actually, since it's all caps, let's do it. Let's read it how obviously he's implying. It said, "Do you think Sonic Generations could be the best Sonic game ever made?" My answer: I think it will be the best Sonic game ever made. Okay, this guy put 3 questions in 1 comment. Question: what do you think of Chemical Plant HD? When this was first asked, we only had the magazine scans, and I was hoping for more so I could see a better look at it. Now with them out in HD, it looks freaking awesome. Question 2: show all of your Sonic game collection if you like. God damn it, you want to make me do work. Fine, I'll show it. Well, I just pulled out from my library my collection of Sonic games for you all to revel in, because so maybe this will give me a good excuse to finally organize this library better. But yeah, so let's take a look here. So this is the first one, which is not a Sonic cover, and let me see if I can actually make this look clearer. Is this? Let's see, which one's better? Okay, this is better. So okay. So this is Sonic Gems collection. They did not have a case for it. I bought it used. This is Sonic Unleashed, Sonic Colors, Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. Oh shit, I forgot to get the... Hold on it. Where did I put it? Ah, here it is. The Dreamcast version of Sonic Adventure 2, which does not have... Sadly enough, does not have the cool... Sadly enough, it didn't come with the cool cover part with Sonic and Shadow standing back to back. Which is too bad. Okay, Mario and Sonic the Olympic Winter Games, which is better than the first one. DS version, didn't play it that much, don't care for it. Sonic Heroes on the GameCube, which is better than the PS2 version. Sonic Rush, awesome. Sonic and Black Knight sucks. Sonic Unleashed Wii version sucks. Well, okay, it doesn't totally suck, but yeah. Sonic Riders Zero Gravity, not as good as the original. Sonic Riders, awesome. Sonic Free Riders could have been the best, but had to be on Kinect. Sonic Heroes on PS2, it's a piece of shit. Sonic Sega All-Stars Racing, awesome. Sonic Rivals, good. Sonic Rivals 2, better. Sonic's Ultimate Genesis Collection does not have... I'm pissed that it doesn't have lock-ons with Sonic 3 and Knuckles. That bothers me. Sonic Mega Collection Plus. This is the best Mega Collection. This is the best collection of the Genesis titles out there. Best sound, well, except for the music sometimes fucking up, but apart from that, it has really good sound, and it, what else? Yeah, it has the best library of games and locks on Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles. Sonic Rush Adventure, also awesome. Sonic Colors and DS, go fuck yourself. Shadow the Hedgehog. I hate that game. Sonic 06, not good, but not the worst. Okay, it sucks, but it's not the worst. Okay, now Sonic Adventure DX Director's Cut did not have the original version, but yeah, that's because I don't have any reason to get the original version. This version's actually better than that one. I don't have any reason to get the Xbox Live version either, because it pretty much is this one except shinier. Okay, so I guess that... Did I even show... Wait, where was the... Wait a minute. Something's not right here. Must be missing... I'm missing something. Yeah, I'm missing something. I didn't... Where's the first Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games? Oh, I forgot to grab it! I missed it. Oh, I missed 2 games. God damn it. I knew I was going to miss some. Technically, if you count this one, I missed 3. 4. God damn it. Okay, so here is 4 games I missed. Sonic and Secret Rings. This game is awesome. Mario and Sonic and the Olympic Games. This is yeah. The winter games are better. Sega Superstars Tennis. I hated this. Original Sega Superstars. The iToy sucks, but this is okay. I mean, and this was okay. So I guess that's my entire library of Sonic games. Now to actually organize them properly. Question 3. You think Sonic Generations will be the last game of the main series? Of course not! It's not gonna be the last game of the main series. Wait, oh, I thought you said, yeah. Oh, when I first read this, I said modern, but yeah, so you said main series? Of course it's not gonna be. Oh, no, you asked. No, never mind. Anyway, so, did you know that Knuckles is an anteater? I think I did know that. Now I want to, I'm sorry, but now I want to make sure that he's just not fucking with me, and that he's not telling me a lie, literally, so I will, literally to make me look like an idiot. But, I'm pretty sure that echidnas are anteaters, but, yeah, echidnas are anteaters. I thought so. So I just wanted to make sure that. So what? Such an odd question, but yeah, I did know that. Though that one thing, maybe you want to ask, maybe doubt it. Weird. But what do you think that Sonic Generations will be the last game using the Hedgehog engine? Okay, let me clarify for people who don't, just in case he doesn't realize this. Let me clarify to him that. Or I should probably speak like I'm actually speaking to him. So let me clarify to you that the Hedgehog engine is not the gameplay. It has nothing to do with the gameplay. It is only the graphics. Just so you know. So we'll take it from both angles. We'll take it from the angle that you didn't know that, and that you were asking me about if it was the last time that we'll have the modern Sonic formula. Possibly, but it might be. But I don't know if it will be. So we don't know. I don't know yet. I'm saying it is possible because we only got, but it's also possible that the modern Sonic formula will stick around for a while. But they're definitely going to try new stuff sooner or later. As for the Hedgehog engine visually, I don't think this will be the last game using the Hedgehog engine. It's the second game to use it. It took them 3 years to make it. They're not going to just use it for 2 games. What's the best and worst game you've ever played? I cannot say what the best game I've ever played is because I don't like to pick favorites. I'm not good at that. I can say the best game contained in a franchise. For instance, favorite Halo game is Halo Reach. But I can't tell you, is Halo Reach better than Sonic Generations? I couldn't tell you that one because I'm not good at that kind of thing. But the worst game I played, that's a tough one. Very tough one. The only game coming to mind right now is that stupid fucking 2007 Transformers game. But I know I must have played worse than that. I'm sure I played worse than that. So sorry, but I can't think of an answer for you right now. How did you start your YouTube account, and what did you do to start it? I guess I just sort of saw the concept of LPing being done all throughout YouTube, and it looked fun. So I thought I'll do that. But I looked at the equipment needed to do it, and I thought this is expensive, but fuck it, I'll do it. So I went out, bought a capture card. After I basically waited for a laptop, which I wanted anyway because it would allow me to not have to go downstairs to log onto the computer. I could just sit in here and relax, and maybe do some other stuff with the computer, if you know what I mean. Joking, I'm joking, but yeah. Anyway, so what's the best and worst game? Okay, so how did you start it? Sorry, I'm getting a little tired. It's 2:30. I should have done this tomorrow, but the thing is, tomorrow I need to dedicate the whole day to doing nothing but straight up work. So, YouTube account, yeah, so I started it, capture card, something, yeah, I bought the capture card, I got a laptop, and, yeah, I got a laptop card, and I got the block so I could see it on my TV and stuff, and I just kind of started from there. And, what future games are you going? What are the future games that you're going to upload? Okay, I'm working on Portal 2. The next game I'm going to do is Halo Reach. I might simultaneously do another game, but I'm not sure yet. If I do, then the game I'm going to do simultaneously will be Sonic 3 and Knuckles. If not, it'll be after Halo Reach. We'll probably do it simultaneously just to save time. And yeah, so I'm gonna do Sonic Generations. I'm trying to think of what else I might. I'm not, depending on how much time as I might make room for some other ideas, but I'm not sure yet. So I'm still thinking. But I also know I'm gonna do the Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary game. That's why I decided to do Halo Reach, because I thought that would give me a perfect. Because I was deciding what Halo game should I do. Should I do Halo 1 or Halo Reach? Those are like the two. Campaign-wise, those two are the best. But which one should I do? And I decided Reach, because that's a perfect segue into Halo 1, and that way I can do the Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary game. So, yeah. That's what my future. Obviously, I'm going to be doing Sonic Generations. I might... Another idea I have is that it might be a side project. I might do a... Not necessarily full walkthrough, but just a short playthrough of Sonic Unleashed again. But this time without a lot of the flaws of my previous video. Sort of like a remastered version. It'd be short. It would just do the bare basics of getting from the beginning of the game to the credits. It wouldn't drag on forever like I did with the original playthrough that took me 1 year to make in 104 parts. But essentially, it would be a Sonic Unleashed playthrough with the new assets of like my unlimited time limit and my newer comedic stick. Maybe I'd also try to recapture some of my older funny comedic stick, because I'm noticing some older stuff I did that was funny that I don't do now. So, yeah. But best of all, the biggest reason of all though is that I had the game display set on 4:3 when I recorded it, but I put it in a widescreen video, so it was all stretched out, and I can't stand to look at that, so I want to actually get the proportions right this time. So, but yeah, that would be a side project, and that wouldn't overtake any other games I'm doing videos for. So, another game I might do is a Star Wars. I'm also going to do a Star Wars game at some point. I got to do a Star Wars game because I fucking love Star Wars. It's like it's like probably one of my favorite. It's my favorite film franchise ever. Star Wars. I love it. So I got to do a game for Star Wars. Thinking to do Republic Commando, but my freaking friend Don decided to go ahead and start doing that. He hasn't uploaded it yet, but he's gonna. It's like, god damn it. And to be fair, would probably be better because I don't have an original Xbox anymore, because all the ones I got were pieces of shit. So, and Republic Commando on the 360 doesn't look so great, so maybe it's better that he does that and I don't, but I might still do it though, because I really like that game. But other titles I'm considering are the Battlefront games, the Force Unleashed games. No, I will not do Knights of the Old Republic. I do not like that. I'm sorry, but I cannot stand I just don't think RPG games work well with Star Wars. Never was a big RPG fan. Actually, one way they could have improved it though is they could have had it be more like Mass Effect, but even then it still wouldn't work so well, because that couldn't work out too well for lightsabers. So yeah, no thanks. So yeah. Now anyway, next question: where did the Boosh originally come from? Do you have do I have a top 5 favorite fruits? If so, what are they? And lastly, what other series would you do Let's Plays for other than Sonic or Portal? I think I just answered that question. I think I just answered that last question. I'm gonna do. Oh, another one. I might do Arkham City. I was thinking of doing Arkham Asylum, but then I actually did footage of it for a video for a school project on LSD. I decided I'd use the Scarecrow sections as representation of a bad trip. And I realized how fucking dark that game looks on my capture card. Because essentially, everything looks darker on the screen when I'm using a capture card. But that game, because it's already Batman, it has a dark lighting. So when I look, but I can't even see where the fuck I'm going when I record in Arkham Asylum. Maybe if Arkham City is easier to see and I can actually see what I'm doing, then I'll do a playthrough. I might do a playthrough of it. I don't know. So anyway, anyway. So now, where did the boosh originally come from? Okay, so this is a weird one. Essentially, I made a video. Yeah, I made a video about going to Eggman Land and like the tornado and everything. But one of my deepest desires was I was always begging that I'd get, during a quick time event, I'd get the button prompt to be XXX so I could make the cheap joke, oh my god, there's porn in Sonic Unleashed! Never happened. What tortured me is unused footage because I died or something, I forget. There's this unused footage where I did get it during the second tornado defense bubble. And it's like, oh come on. So I made an individual video titled OMG, there's porn in Sonic Unleashed. Right? And I said, you better get, and I said in the description, they better get the joke. You guys better get the joke, or I will have to go boosh, is what I said. I was just thinking out loud randomly when I typed that out, right? I was trying to figure out where that came from, and I couldn't even think of where it came from. It just seemed totally random in my head, but I figured out, I figured out where I heard it before, but at the time I couldn't think of where I heard it before. It just was an impulsive word in my head. So essentially, then I realized how amusing that sounded. So I thought, I'm gonna say that in my video. So in the next video I did where I was doing Eggman Land. I'm like building up. And now we're about to go boosh. And then it's like okay, now we go boosh. And I just shouted out boosh. And then I started laughing because I thought that sounded really funny. So I did it again. So I just started doing it because it sounded pretty funny. But unfortunately, though, one problem is oftentimes I do use it too much. I think I overuse it a bit, and use it as a cop out from jokes. When I'm talking and saying boosh forcibly interrupts me, is a way of forcibly interrupting me. I know I'm doing my job because I'm not using it as a way of getting out of saying stuff. So yeah. Now, so where did it come? So we're probably wondering how did that word get in my head? I think it was from an Adult Swim show that I literally never watched. That was done by some British guy or something. It's called The Mighty Boosh. I think that's where it came from. And then there was particularly this one advertisement where it was like it had this loud alarm noise playing. It said, "Get ready to boosh." I think that is where it came from. I'm pretty sure. I never watched that show. No intent of it. It looks stupid. It doesn't look interesting at all. But it gave me that. It gave me that catchphrase. So guess I can't complain. Oh yeah, and then I looked up the word boosh on Urban Dictionary and found so much shit. That made me never, and I'll never watch my videos the same way again. Like for instance, boosh does mean, among many things, one of the definitions for boosh is to to ejaculate. I know that sounds disgusting, but bear with me. Now imagine my videos with that. Particularly this one joke I made in Sonic Adventure, my Sonic Adventure 2 playthrough, where you know how Sonic says, "Alright, Shadow, time for me to finish this." Well, when I said that, when that was playing, I pretty much talked over it by saying, "Oh right, Shadow, time for me to boosh this." And then in my Shadow impersonation, though it probably didn't sound like Shadow because I was yelling, I went, "Oh, boosh your face off!" Now when I hear that, I just realize how fucking wrong that sounds using that definition from UrbanDictionary.com. There's a bunch of other definitions too, like boosh also apparently means bullshit. But yeah, you get the idea. It means a lot of stuff. I interpret boosh as, I think the word boosh as I have invented it, the definition I've invented, though I didn't put it on UrbanDictionary.com, is it's basically a word for a large boost of speed, for a large burst of speed. For a large, powerful, and loud burst of speed. So yeah. So oh shit! Wire's falling out. Okay, I gotta be careful. Okay, I'm gonna need a new one again, aren't I? Wonderful, fucking wonderful. Anyway, yeah, something of mine broke. Something of mine looks like the wire's about to fall out. It's nothing. It's not a big deal. Anyway, so I guess that's where boosh came from. I guess I answered that. I do not have a top 5 favorite fruits, but fruits I love are strawberries, oranges, apples, I'm trying to think of it. Grapes. Fruits are. I like fruits. They're delicious. I love fruit. In general, I will if you leave fruit out, I will wash it off and have it. Oh, strawberries. Duh. Strawberry flavor, artificial strawberry flavoring is my favorite flavor, and I love strawberry, but I also love regular strawberries. So anyway, or did I already mention strawberries? I don't know. I'm confused. I don't care. Next question. Any hobbies outside of LPs? Does playing video games does playing video games just regularly without recording count? If so, yes, playing video games. Being on the internet, does that also count? And just making videos, and movies and stuff like that in general count? Because that became a hobby for me. Outside of that, I don't have many hobbies. I used to play with toys. I used to love to play with toys and watch television. I kind of stopped. I just kind of lost interest in action figures. I still have that giant. For those of you who've seen my big stack, my eight giant fucking containers filled with Transformers figures, you know what I'm talking about. You know I must have played the shit out of those. No disturbing sexual innuendo intended. But yeah, so I used to play with toys a lot, but I kind of outgrew that, and when I was really little, I used to love to ride a bike. Thing is, though, I used to live in a location that was much more fit for bike riding than I live now, and I moved here, just couldn't get used to the straight linearness of where I was. So yeah, I used to live in a set of project. I used to live in a place called. I used to live in the projects. So I used to have a big open space that was almost like a course for me to ride with the bicycle. But I stopped doing that. I actually used a scooter at one point. I never was into skateboarding. I never could skateboard because I didn't like not having a handle. But I was also really young at this time. But this was back in the this also was back in the 90s and maybe even the early 2000s. So yeah. And another thing I used to do is I used to watch a lot of TV. I watch TV once in a while now, but not nearly as much as I used to, because television shows suck now. Used to love going to the movies too. Movies suck now. Just saw Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. That was one of the best films at the theater. That's probably in the theaters right now, and that's a sad fact. I mean, I actually liked it, but it still had some problems, and there could have been. And I've seen better movies. So yeah, it's sad that we're going downhill on movies and TV shows. TV shows, some shows are getting good, like Star Wars: The Clone Wars. That show sucked when it started. That show's gotten good now. Halfway through the 3rd season, that show got good, and I'm actually really excited for the 4th season of that show. That's one of the few cases where, and of course, Family Guy is still funny. But even that went through a slump. Like it's season 8. In season 8, Family Guy was really slacking. Season 9 redeemed season 8. Season 8 started out really well, like with the episode with the horse and the gauging. That was one of the funniest episodes ever, and just because of that, mainly because of that horse. That horse was fucking hilarious. But then other episodes just got boring and dull. And then finally things picked up with again. Now again in season 9 things started to pick up a bit. Anyway, so yeah. So right now it's not as many hobbies because other things have lost my interest. But yeah. So do you play Team Fortress 2? No. What's your favorite 3D Sonic game? It's a tie between Sonic Unleashed and Sonic Colors, but it's going to be Sonic Generations when it comes out. What 3D Sonic game has the most meaning to you? Probably Sonic Unleashed. Keep up the great videos, Jack. And that's not counting. And obviously, with the 3D Sonic game has the most meaning, that's not counting Sonic Generations because that's not out yet, and we only seen a few levels from that. Keep up the great videos, Jack. Anyway, I like to ask you to take one thing you like from each SA1 and beyond console Sonic game and combine them into the ultimate 3D Sonic game. What would you call it? I'm going to take the easy route out of this question because it's so late and I'm losing speed, and say that they already did that with Sonic Unleashed. There. What's your favorite Sonic theme song? Live and learn. What's your favorite non-Sonic game? If you don't have one, then what's your favorite Sonic game? Again, I don't like to pick favorites, but you know what? I'm going to make an effort to actually tell you my favorites from each individual franchise. My favorite Sonic game, I already answered that question. I already answered my question where I stand on my favorite Sonic games, but I also know the other eras. My favorite Sonic game from the classic era is Sonic 3 Knuckles. My favorite Sonic game from the Dreamcast era is Sonic Adventure 1. Yes, I like it more than Sonic Adventure 2. I'm probably going to get a lot of hate for that, too. But anyway, So, outside of the Sonic franchise, Star Wars games, that's a difficult one. Like I said, Battlefront is somewhere. I'm gonna say it's probably either the Battlefront series or the Republic Commando games. One of those two is probably my favorite. Another Star Wars game subplot. I also like the Empire at War games. Yeah, real-time strategy works better than RPGs for me for Star Wars because I don't know, it's just more interesting. RPGs is so boring. The battle system in RPGs just doesn't work out for me too well. Sorry, but anyway, so yeah, I mean, I'm not dissing RPGs. I have the utmost respect for them, but for Star Wars, it just seems like such a boring idea. Anyway, so comic book video game wise, Batman Arkham Asylum. Though maybe and perhaps Arkham City will take its place, but it's not out yet. Favorite Halo game, I already said Halo Reach, but close second, but second place for that is Halo 1. Halo 1 was really good. The only thing it doesn't have is online multiplayer. That's what they should have given it online multiplayer. I mean, obviously not back when the original Xbox came out, because there was no Xbox Live back then. But they should have, like when they released it for Xbox Live, they released it through Xbox Live Arcade. They should have given it online multiplayer. They so should have done that. They would have done. They gave Sonic 2 Xbox Live multiplayer. If they can give Sonic 2 Xbox Live multiplayer, then they can give Halo 1 Xbox Live multiplayer. They still should have. I think my favorite game on the N64 was GoldenEye 007. Possibly my favorite shooter. It's a really fucking awesome game. My favorite Transformers game has got to be still the Atari 2003 game, or 2004 game. I mean, okay, War for Cybertron was alright, but I still prefer the Atari title. It's still the best Transformers title, and I really wish they made another one of those. My favorite Smash Brothers game is Brawl. Let's be fair, that's the only one I've played. I probably should play the other two, but Brawl's pretty good. I like Brawl. My favorite Metal Gear Solid game is actually Metal Gear Solid 3, not 4. Sorry 4, but you're not beating 3. 3 is the best. I'm not sure what I think of Metal Gear Solid Rising yet. I need to actually see more gameplay of it to get an idea. But it's so different from the other Metal Gear Solid titles, I probably can't even compare them. Though I'm definitely looking forward to playing it, that's for sure. Favorite racing game? Tough one. I guess maybe Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing. I mean, it's not just because I'm a Sonic. It's not just because I'm a Sonic fan I say that, but because I just like the intuitiveness of it. Though to be fair, maybe if I played Mario Kart games, I might prefer them. I might not. But yeah. So I don't know. But of the ones I played, it's probably my favorite. Favorite Call of Duty? Probably 4. I hate a lot of the Call of Duty series games. I'm sorry. Modern Warfare 2 needs to burn the fuck in hell. Modern Warfare 3 is gonna suck too. And Black Ops, okay, Zombies is good. And the thing about all Call of Duty games actually have a pretty good campaign, but it's too short and not enough for the full price. The multiplayer, though, always sucks. Now, Black Ops, I might say, if you really like the campaign and Zombies, if you really like both, and only if you really like both, but you still hate the multiplayer, you might still want to give Black Ops a try because the campaign and Zombies is worth it. It might be worth it for you. But yeah, Call of Duty, I'm sorry, I can't stand it. 4's multiplayer, I've heard, was actually not that bad compared to the other ones. At least that's what my friend Dom has said. I haven't played 4's multiplayer, but I'll give it the benefit of the doubt on that one. But they definitely went downhill after 4. I can tell you that much. Call of Duty Classic, I've heard also from another friend of mine. a guy by the name of William, who has never been on my he's never been on my videos. Well, I guess it's actually not true. On some of the he's another player in some of the Halo Reach videos I made, and he's the guy and he was the guy I had with me when I showed the how to get the Pelican in New Alexandria video, but he's never appeared on a commentary with me. But yeah, so William has said that Call of Duty Classic was really good. I've heard like Call of Duty 2 Big Red One was good, and I've heard Call of Duty 2 was also good, and 3 I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, I also like my favorite Lego game has got to be the Lego Star Wars titles, probably the complete saga, because yeah. So I'm looking over at my games library to see what else I can squeeze out. Another pretty good game is the Ghostbusters Atari game. Why is it Atari loves to own Activision so much? I just don't. They just do so much. Oh, another contender for the best racing game is probably that Star Wars pod racing game. So either Sonic and Ghost Racing or Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. Either one of those two is my favorite racing game. So trying to think what I might have left out, but I can't. And of course, part of my game library is obscured right now. My favorite handhelds. Oh yeah, maybe I should tell you my favorite handheld Sonic titles. Sonic Rush and Sonic Rush Adventure are my favorite handheld Sonic titles. Sonic Colors on DS I do not like. I'm sorry. Like I said, the Wisp powers suck. If the Wisp powers were a little less optional, I might play it. Anyway, I'm trying to remember. Okay, so now, if you could choose any level from any Sonic game to come back in generations, what would it be? Probably Starlight Carnival Zone, because there's a lot of things I want. Like, I want Death Egg to come back, I want Skyhack to come back, and I want... I'm trying to think what else. Well, I want other things to come back too, but those are the ones that come to mind. To me, that fulfills most. That Starlight Carnival out of those four though has the most of it. It has the fleet of battleships. It has you inside a battleship. It has you in space like the Death Egg. And it has you in ships like Skydeck, and it has... Yeah, I said that already. So it has all that, and it has also the crazy passive energies. And I want to see Starlight Carnival in Hedgehog Engine HD. I really do. I'm kind of disappointed we got Planet Wisp as opposed to that. I'm hoping we'll get some DLC. Really hoping we will. So, do you play RPG? If so, what kind? I think I pretty much made it obvious my speeches against Knights of the Old Republic that I'm not an RPG person. What RPG? I don't know what the different types of RPGs are, so I can't say that. I can tell you, I don't play MMORPGs. I can tell you that much. I've never played a single one, and I see no appeal to MMORPGs. But I can tell you some RPGs I have enjoyed. I played Final Fantasy VII on the PlayStation 1. I actually loved that game. The only problem is I couldn't finish it. I got stuck in this area, this train wreck area, and I kept getting attacked, and I couldn't find a way out. That's where I left off on Final Fantasy VII. But it was a good game. I thought Sonic Chronicles was okay, but nothing special. And what else? Oh, I played a bit of Mass Effect 2. I've never played Mass Effect 1, but my friend Zach, around the time I got the bootleg copy of Sonic Colors, he got really into the Mass Effect titles. And I always regretted that I never finished Mass Effect 2. But yeah, maybe someday I'll come back to those, because I really like Mass Effect games, and I thought, to me, they cured my problem with RPGs. My big problem with RPGs is the battle system. I mean, sometimes the story conversations can get a little tedious, but I'm obviously so interested enough that I don't want to just skip them. That's sort of a torturous double-edged sword. But that aside, I like the action in Mass Effect 2 because it's actually fluent. It keeps the good things about RPG action while creating its, but but it has its own. But it actually eliminates the weaknesses of all all those RPG titles. So I like the Mass Effect games, and I think that's the ideal RPG style for me. But regularly, I do not play RPG games. I played a Harry Potter game, but I didn't like it and didn't beat it. What would I like to see in Sonic Generations? A joke or a reference to another Sonic game? I would like to see. Okay, remember how big the cat got run over by the truck in Sonic Adventure 2? I want to see him get cut up to pieces by that saw blade, by the saw blades in the City Escape level. I would say I'm partly joking, but I wouldn't mind seeing that. I wouldn't mind seeing a fatality level death on him. Oh yeah, that's another game I enjoyed. I enjoyed Mortal Kombat Trilogy. But it's the only Mortal Kombat game I've played, but it was a good game. Anyway, so got that out of the way. Yeah, I'm just pausing through this thing about what. So yeah, I'm trying to think of what reference I'd really like to see in Sonic Generations. I'd like to see a Chip cameo. That's one thing. Now, okay, in the 3D... No, way, that wouldn't work. See, there's one advantage to having classic Sonic able to talk, and that would be if, when the truck chases him, he could be totally confused as fuck, and he'd be like, yo, what's with the truck chasing me? What? I didn't do anything. I didn't steal any Chaos Emerald. And then Modern like, oh, yeah, long story. Long story. I'll fill you in later. Something like that. But I'm trying to think of what else. Though, I'd like to see some kind of nod to how how classic Sonic and through dialogue of how classic Sonic and modern Sonic look different. Oh yeah, that's for classic Tails, or any other classic characters. I don't mind them speaking. Honestly, though, they're probably not gonna. Well, I don't know. The gag only works with classic. For me, the gag would only work with classic Sonic. Because classic Sonic is sort of the stand-in for Chip for the character. Because in Sonic Unleashed you had Chip and Sonic Colors you had Yacker. In this game you got classic Sonic. It's sort of your silent. Well, Chip wasn't silent, but as your kind of smaller sidekick, Though classic Sonic obviously is at the same time it's still Sonic, so he's still the protagonist. It's sort of weird. What Sonic game did you start off with? The first you ever played? Sonic 1. Would you do Amy? Nah, just kidding. Do you think Sonic should be with her or nah? So what do I do, Amy? Oh my God! I sleep at night. I lose sleep at night, thinking that she's not real, and I can't be with her. I'm obviously joking too. No, I do not want to hit Amy. Well, I want to hit her in the literal sense that I punch her in the face, but I don't want to. I don't want to bang her, if you know what I mean. I'm not a furry, but I couldn't resist making that joke. So, do I want Sonic to be with her? I think I made it clear, no, I don't. I do not want Sonic to be with her. What are your favorite Sonic levels from each game? Oh, you're gonna make me look through every. I'm only gonna look through the main series games. Sorry, I'm not gonna think of all the hundreds of games Sonic's been in. So, Sonic 1, I guess Green Hill Zone. Sonic 2. I guess Chemical Plant. No, Casino Night Zone. Duh. Okay, we'll separate, just for the sake of things, we'll separate Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles here. Sonic 3, I guess Ice Cap Zone. Sonic and Knuckles, Flying Battery Zone. Sonic Adventure. What was it called? Speed Highway. Yeah, even though Speed Highway is in, I'm half glad that Speed Highway is in Sonic Generations, but also kind of disappointed because I wanted Skydeck because I thought that would be a more creative level to go with. But at least my favorite level is in. That's another one of my favorite levels in Sonic Generations. So I guess no complaint there. Sonic Adventure 2, that's a tough one. I'll be honest, though I like Sonic Adventure 2 and I like the gameplay, the levels were very forgettable. City Escape was probably the most memorable, and I'm trying to think of what one I really liked. Oh, duh, Radical Highway, the Shadow. Although my favorite level that I actually play is Sonic is Green Forest. But Radical Highway is probably my favorite level. Sonic Heroes. Tough one. Maybe Metropolis. Maybe Grand Metropolis. or Frog Forest. No, not Frog Forest. Maybe the Egg Fleet / Final Fortress. But so I think Shadow the Hedgehog, my favorite levels. I hated that game, but my favorite levels, if I had to pick, were probably those cyberspace levels because they looked cool. But that's not saying much. Or maybe the flying levels, because I actually like. I have to admit, I'm a sucker for the big space fleet levels. So the ones with the flying temples are pretty cool. But I don't know. Shadow the Hedgehog, I don't really like that much. Sonic 06 Kingdom Valley, Sonic Unleashed Begonia, Sonic Colors, Starlight Carnival Zone. So yeah, there you have it. I'm not gonna go looking into all the other levels in other Sonic games. So yeah. Spam. Let's see, what is it? Okay, I will unspam this. Can I have that picture in your vid? Why, certainly. It's my background. It's my background image. All you have to do is click. So just go and right click. Hold on. You know, I'm just gonna. Since you're gonna ask me specifically what one to pick, I'm gonna just save myself the trouble. Go to my channel. See that image? So yeah, you see the background. It's the background. Wait. Yeah. Okay. Click. So right click and click View Background Image. It'll take you to the background. It'll just take you to the page with just the image. Then click. And then right click and then hit Save Image As. And then yeah. Then you're good. So yeah. There. You just got my image. You just got the image of my video. Of that Sonic Unleashed trilogy image. Photoshop. Photoshop. Oh, by the way, just for the record on that one, Photoshop is God. Like you said, Sonic Colors should be Unleashed 2. Sonic Generations, aka Sonic Unleashed 3. Am I right? Yes, but Sonic Generations is more than just Sonic Unleashed 3 in the sense that it's. So it's. I guess it's appropriate, and that's probably why they didn't call Colors Unleashed 2, because they started both projects around the same time, from what I understand. So, and a lot of the changes in Colors seem like they were almost. A lot of the things in Colors feel like they're almost hinting us at Unleashed. Like you have, for no insurmountable reason, you have old badniks there, and obviously the real reason is they're showing us models that are they're literally just hinting us by throwing in models from enemies from Sonic Generations in Sonic Colors for no insurmountable reason because they don't have one. They're just there to hint us. But yeah. So yeah, I would say Sonic Generations. I'd say, I guess, in hindsight, it's probably better that they didn't call it Sonic Unleashed 2 and Sonic Unleashed 3 because Sonic Generations is a better title for a 20th anniversary title as opposed to Sonic Unleashed 3. You know what I mean? But yeah. Which level am I most excited for in Sonic Generations and why? Too early to go for that because we've only seen what 4 of them look like. I've only seen 2 of them in actual gameplay, and I've only played 1 of them, and that's not. And when I say 1 of them, I mean both Classic and Modern. I count both Classic and Modern as one level in this sense, like at each location. So, yeah. Obviously, Classic and Modern are 2 separate levels, but you get the idea. You get the idea. Wait, what? Wait, hold on, I'm sorry. I just read a weird comment. Oh, okay, that's not a response. Never mind. Okay, oh, never. I'm the 1,000 subscriber low. No, you are not. Do not try to steal the British Sonic's Cyber Cookie. The British Sonic is my 1,000 subscriber, and he won the Cyber Cookie. Do not lie. The Bullshinator does not take lying lightly. What are your expectations about how a good Sonic game should be? Next question, please. I already answered that a billion times. I did. Cool. Cool story, bro. Anyway, personally, what is your favorite Sonic voice actor? Voice actor for Sonic himself. If it's a voice actor for Sonic himself, three-way tie between Ryan Drummond, Jason Griffith, and Roger Craig Smith. If it's any voice actor who's voiced in the Sonic series, the answer is why none other than the Don Green, of course. What moment in Sonic Colors made you jizz and why? Probably the music. Probably the final boss. Probably that final. Probably when the second part of the final boss music played out. That was probably either that or when I first. No, actually, the moment that made me jizz was when I first saw Starlight Carnival. Seriously, I was just like, oh no. Actually, again, let me rewind. The moment that made me jizz in Sonic Colors was when I found it before I got the game. When I found out that when I saw from footage from the bootleg that Supersonic was in fact in the game. That was what made me jizz. Have you thought of doing collabs with other YouTube gaming groups like Brain, Scratchcoms, or White Blade Zero? Yes, but I've never heard of either of them, so yeah, that's a problem. Anyway, if you like such things, then I would recommend Genesis, which is on DeviantArt. In Ancient Ways and Ancient Evils, in my opinion, those are the very best. What? Oh no, wait. I read the second half of the gun. What are your opinions on the various Sonic Hedgehog fanfics that are out there? Okay, I already read the second half, and I'm not going to read it again. Oh yeah, these are all comments from the same guy. That's right. This guy starts posting like tons of questions. This one guy, CDD Smith. However the hell you pronounce that name. Anyway, but yeah, he asked me now what are my thoughts on fanfics. Fanfiction. I hate it. Okay, my history of fanfiction goes like this. I found out about fanfiction on DeviantArt, and at the time I was intrigued by it because it's this. Well, as time went by, I was intrigued by it initially, but ultimately I realized how stupid it is. After I got over the concept of fanfiction, I realized how stupid it is, so I hate fanfiction. Sorry, but fanfiction sucks. What's your favorite character in the Sonic series and why? Sonic, because he's the main character. Well, that's not the only reason, but that's the abridged reason because I don't feel like answer. Because it's 3 a.m. and I'm not going to give like the most awesome answers ever. Who will you enjoy the most, classic Sonic or modern Sonic, and why? Too early to tell. I mean, even though I said I prefer the modern Sonic gameplay a bit more than the classic, that doesn't mean I won't like the classic Sonic gameplay more. With Green Hill, I can say that for Green Hill, I like the modern level more. But yeah. What do you think of the Chemical Plant Sonic and Metal Sonic fight? Chemical Plant looks awesome. It's awesome that we're fighting Metal Sonic, and even in Stardust Speedway for that matter. Do you like SSB machinimas? And if so, what ones are your favorites? Yeah, not a big fan of SSB machinimas. I think I remember one where Kirby was really annoying. With Kirby being very annoying, that was pretty funny. Where he keeps going, hi. That one was kind of funny. I'm trying to think of what else I liked, but I can't think of much. I think this doesn't really. I don't think this counts as machinima, but there was this one guy who made a bunch of this thing called Snake's Crazy Codex. It was basically just almost YouTube pooping. It's sort of like YouTube pooping, but on a lesser, but without the ear rape or without the ear rape. Essentially, and using only sound clips from Metal Gear stuff or Metal Gear Awesome. Essentially, yeah, it's like I liked those Snake's Crazy Codex because they're pretty funny. I'm trying to think of something funny from them, but I can't because my brain's not working. I'm so tired. Anyway, this guy continues to ask me questions over and over again. He's like, "Are you a fan of any other abridged series besides the Little Karibo's Yu-Gi-Oh?" Nope. What do you think about the games that Sega has been coming out with, like Vanquish or Binary Domain? I haven't even heard of either of them. Don't really follow Sega's games that much outside of Sonic. Are you an anime fan? If so, I'd recommend Soul Eater, Gurren Lagann, Dark or the Band Black Hole, PS, and Full Metal Alchemist. If you haven't seen them already. Wow, I'm really cranking out the questions for this video. No shit. But you should have saved them for other people. But considering how nobody else asked them, I'm wondering if it was a good thing you asked them. So no one else did. But whatever. No, I'm not a really big anime fan, but I don't hate anime. I got nothing against it, but I've got nothing. I'm not partial to it in any way, though. I mean, I like some animes. Like I really like the Unicron trilogy. Well, actually, Energon sucked, and Cybertron was. But I liked Armada and Treasure Wars Armada and Treasure Wars Cybertron. So, Naruto used to. Initially, I actually kind of was interested in Naruto initially, but they lost me really quickly. They got boring and lost me really quickly. But at the time, when it first came out, I was a little interested in it at first, but yeah, it sucks, sadly. Which is sad because it could have been, because considering how it had my attention at the very beginning, it could have been awesome, but I don't know, it just doesn't really work. Though the same? Never mind, I'm not gonna say that. Anyway, So anyway, are you looking forward to the upcoming Sonic film? Somebody already asked me that. Next question. What is your favorite next question? What is your favorite Sonic voice actor? Next question. Who are your favorite YouTube users? I don't know. Really don't know. So no. Am I commenting way too much? Yes. Somebody else asks, do you think they should remake any Sonic 06 Levels and Generations? They're remaking Crisis City. So, back to the guy who's asking too many questions. Do you think Sonic 06 has any redeeming qualities other than the awesome music? I already talked about Sonic 06 again, so skip that. What are some extra things you want to see in Sonic Generations? Toggle between classic and modern Sonic, so you can play them in their opposite levels, just like we can do with hacking in the demo. Let me think. So, what do you think Sonic can make Sonic great over the years? I don't know. Well, I'm gonna just say it's this brilliant balance of speed and platforming, and with these really unique and creative level designs, and really great music. I guess those are the things that have for the most made Sonic really. Have over the years continued to make Sonic great. Other things, of course, but they weren't always present. These are the ones that are kind of like the constants, I will say. It's great speed, it's great platforming, great music, and great level design, and also great physics too. What do you think of the levels that were leading Sonic Generations? Do you like some? Do you hate some? Do you think they should have picked certain stages? Picked a certain stage and over a stage they picked in the game? So why or not? Okay, so Green Hill was a duh. Obviously, we're gonna have Green Hill. Chemical Plant. I guess I see why they picked that. That is actually a good choice, but I'm still disappointed because I wanted Casino Night Zone, but the fucking 3DS version took that one. I wanted to see what a casino level would look like in the modern formula. That would be cool to try to see. Now, now I'm gonna say it. I think Sonic 3 and Knuckles are the same. Are just parts of the same game. Even though I listed my favorite level individual of Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles. I'm gonna. Oh yeah, speaking of which, did I ever mention my favorite level in Sonic 4? Okay, my favorite level in Sonic 4 is Casino Street Zone. Anyway, so I consider Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles just two halves of the same game. They're the same. They're one game. But so I think that the decision to pick Sky Sanctuary was an awful decision. Why did they pick that? That's like Sonic 3 and Knuckles has the most interesting levels out of any of the classics. And they went with the one boring level in that game. Seriously, that's like the one boring level. They should have picked the Death Egg Zone. But then they had the Death Egg listed as a boss, so I don't know what that means. I mean, I know you fight Metal Sonic as classic, so does that mean the Death Egg is you actually literally fight the Death Egg as modern Sonic? If so, I would easily forgive Sky Sanctuary Zone, because that's just fucking awesome. But unfortunately, I get the feeling it's going to be the final boss of Sonic 3 and Knuckles, or the final boss of Sonic 2 again. Hopefully not the final boss of Sonic 2 again, because we already got that in Sonic 4. We don't need that a third time. So, decision for was it Speed Highway? Again, that's my favorite level, but I'm disappointed that we didn't get something more creative and unique and individual, such as a Skydeck, a level on the Egg Carrier, but with the much more crazy steroid injection version of modern Sonic, would equal a lot. it would be fun because think about it, you actually did a lot of, there was actually quite a bit of destruction that happened to the egg carrier in the Skydive level, like when you got past a certain, the part where the winds blow you off course. When you got past a certain part at that point, the camera shifted to show from behind you, and you saw that literally that entire section you were just walking on, that you just got off of, completely collapsed. So if there's that much destruction in the Dreamcast era Sonic, in the modern Sonic era, I could picture pretty much a Michael. They can pretty much turn that into Michael Bay's Wet Dream, and it would be awesome to see that, to see how they could play out such a crazy destructive fest in that level. And because I mean, look what they did to the truck. So yeah, I think the Skydeck should have been lovely. Now the City. I initially wanted Radical Highway when I was thinking Sonic Adventure 2, but that was a bad choice on my part. Because I think that was not, because I'm realizing, duh, City Escape. That is the ultimate choice from Sonic Adventure 2. And I think that was a really good choice, and I'm glad they went with that one. And Seaside Hill, okay, I was disappointed initially because I thought that was just going to be Green Hill Zone. It looks better, but it doesn't look that way. So chemical point. So okay, yeah. So Seaside Hill Zone, yeah. But it looks pretty good. The two images I've seen, they look cool. It looks like a good stage, but I still would have went with Frog Forest because then I would love to see a big forest environment rendered in the Hedgehog engine. That would look beautiful. So for Sonic 06, I wanted Crisis City, and they gave me Crisis City. Fuck yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. Because though I like King of Valley, that's my favorite stage. Crisis City is a lot more creative. Post-apocalyptic feature with a giant fire tornado. I think these two dialogue lines, those will sum it up best for why Crisis City is awesome. The whole city's on fire, and that tornado's carrying a car. Yeah, those concepts in the Hedgehog engine and with the over-the-topness of modern formula, that sounds awesome. So yeah. So I wanted Rooftop Run from Sonic Unleashed, and I freaking orgasmed when I saw that it was when I saw the city at the end of the Cityscape trailer they were bringing Rooftop Run back. I was like, oh fuck yeah, they're bringing back Spagonia. Yeah, for Sonic Colors I wanted Starlight Carnival, and they picked Planet Wisp, which was a dumb choice. I guess it makes sense since that's where the Wisp's home world is. Still, Starlight Carnival would have looked cool. I really hope we get DLC for those levels, and I hope Starlight Carnival doesn't become a victim of the 3DS version, or any of those stages I just asked for. They better not be 3DS version levels. Though Starlight Carnival is the one that's legitimately at risk, because Sonic Colors was also a handheld. So yeah, not to say that I'm not gonna like the stages. Like I'm thinking, like who knows? Maybe this new Sky Sanctuary will be the best thing ever. But that's when you think about what levels you're picking. It's not so much about level design, because level design is gonna be a new design anyway. But it's rather motif and landscape and climate and everything. It's more like aesthetics and looks. That's really the only influence they have, and you want the ones that look the best and have the most level of creativity. But it's alright. This doesn't mean the game's going to be bad or anything, just because it picked a ton of city levels, even though it shouldn't have. Okay, so this next question is, can you show the modern race Sonic Generations demo you have? And as I answered back, I do. The demo expired. Essentially, this is what happened. When the expiration date hit, when I went to boot up Sonic Generations, the Sonic Generations demo, it didn't even let me go, even though I got rid of the time limit on the title screen, there's another program time limit to the eboot.bin file, and it's essentially, and yeah, it basically is like, this demo, and basically it's like, the content the content has expired and is no longer usable. Essentially, when you try to load up the demo, it gives you that message: the content is expired and is no longer accessible. So yeah, unless I can find a way to get around that, I'm not going to have the modern Sonic demo again. I can play the classic Sonic demo by setting my time back on the 360, but that trick doesn't work for the PS3, sadly enough. So, well, last question is: so this vid is offering a YouTube partnership. Are you going to accept it? So let me explain that. I got offered a partnership, and initially I thought it was because I got 1,000 subscribers, because that's what it said, 1,000 subscribers. Then I realized that was the title of this video, and they were calling it a popular video. And I'm like, what? So I got it for this video, and not the one where I showed the modern Sonic demo, and that's the one that got like 15,000 views in like freaking how many days? In like, it got like 15,000 views. It got to like shit tons of views. It got like to 1,000 to 10,000 views in like 3 days maybe. That thing went up fast. That video was a hit. I'm surprised that's not the one that they wanted to take advantage of. But now the 1,000 subscribers thing, I can't judge if it's popular or not, because here's the thing. It says it's stuck on 304 views because throughout July 11th through 17th there was a glitch. Through 18th, there was a glitch going on YouTube, where essentially, well, not a glitch, I'm not sure what you want to call it, but there's a problem where pretty much when there was an issue with their view count system, where when the view count reaches its 304 section, where it freezes it so they can scan their video for spam bots and stuff like that. Essentially, the frozen view count thing essentially did that, but it never went back. Which is a problem. So yeah, I don't know how popular this video is, and so I'm getting slow, tired. But yeah, I don't know how popular this video is, but yeah. So yeah, I don't know how popular it is, but I'm doubting it's popular enough. So to answer your question, if I'm going to accept it, probably not, because the thing is, they're not offering me a partner. It's not like they offer and I accept and I'm automatically a partner. They're offering me to apply for a partnership. So they'll take a look and see if I'm popular enough, and I'm definitely not popular enough to be a partner for them. On top of that, most of my videos contain video game footage, and that is on the list in their application form of things they don't want you to have for a partner. Don't ask me how people like Chuck and Conway are partners, since they have video game footage, but it probably wouldn't work for me. So yeah, yeah, probably not gonna do it. So I'm going to now look and see if anyone had any questions for me while I did that, just to make sure I don't miss anybody. Nobody. Oh, hey, I'm sorry. This has nothing to do with this video, but some guys like complaining. There's an argument about the 360 and Wii version in progress in Sonic Unleashed right now. Okay, there's talk about the hub world. It's like, and hunting through the worlds to look for people is extremely annoying since they could be anywhere. I once spent more than an hour looking for one of the people. The Wii PS2 version is so much simpler. You know what? I hate when people do this shit. You don't have to talk to anybody. Well, actually, that's not true. Almost nobody. Like, for instance, Apatos. After that cutscene's over, you can just walk right to the entrance stage and go there. And that's easy to find. The only time you have to talk to people is for Professor Pickle. It's when Professor Pickle is kidnapped. And then you have to talk to Professor Pickle, and that's easy. And he's only ever in 2 locations of the game, so he's not hard to find. So you don't have to talk to people that much. The only time is when you're looking for clues about where the professor is. That's the only time, and that's easy. And in the Wii, in the Wii PS2 version, you have to spend hours just talking to every goddamn person. I just wanted to make that noted. Alright, one last question just made it in. So, what was your absolute favorite video to make? Whether it was a playthrough or not. I like them all. I guess that's why I subscribed. Okay, what was my favorite video to make? That's a good question, actually. Yeah, really good question. I can definitely tell you the one that in general I like whenever I'm in the editing section of a video. I always like that. But or when I'm seeing a big picture and it's slowly coming together. Like when I made the music video, I could slowly see it becoming a song. So and I really like that. It was like it's slowly becoming the full song I want it to be. But I was only hearing pieces of it initially. What else? Well, some of the other things like the skit, the end of the world skit and the LSD project, those were fun to make. But yeah, I think in general I like to stick with playthroughs, but yeah, Now playthroughs are mostly fun are really fun right at the beginning, but then as time goes by, they can get a little dull. They can get a little bit boring to do constantly. So I guess that's my answer. So anyway, yeah, that's my video. Oh, and before I go, smash cut. So yeah. So now you've seen my 1,000 subscribers video. Thanks for watching this long. And sorry I couldn't do more with the Sonic Generations demo due to it expiring and all. Yeah, it sucks. I mean, yeah, it expired and I can't access it. Or that's the answer I would have told. Or that answer that I gave in the video and right now is the answer I would have said a few hours ago. However, I say now. I got around it. Yep, I'm awesome. So you're probably all banging down my door now asking, how did I do it? How did I get past the PS3 time limit? You'll find out soon enough, be patient. Sadly enough, I've got work to do tomorrow, so I can't do it. And I'm pretty much dedicating the whole day to doing work. But rest assured I'm going to make another big Sonic Generations demo video, because I found a lot of stuff I missed in my initial video. Some cool glitches, some other stuff. There's actually one idle animation I didn't show. So there's some cool stuff that I want to show you guys in this Sonic Generations demo. So heck, I might even try doing some things like putting Classic Sonic in Modern Sonic level, or giving Classic Sonic the homing attacker, things like that. I might try that. I'm not sure, but if I can figure out how to do that, what I'm really gonna try to do though is I'm gonna see if I can enable camera control for Modern Sonic, because that's a big one for me. I really want that. But we'll see. So yeah, be patient. You will get your demo. You will get your video on the demo, and it will contain a tutorial on how to do this. And I'm just going to quickly answer for those who are asking about, can you do this on the 360? The answer for that question is you can, but it will involve JTagging your 360, and I'm going to tell you right now that that's not worth it. It involves opening up your console and using a soldering iron, and I know you don't want to do that, so I wouldn't bother with if you only have a 360. Don't bother with the demo. Don't bother hacking the demo. Wait for this Begonia demo to come out, because yeah, duh, obvious reason. So yeah. See you guys next time, and expect some more awesomeness from Sonic Generations from me.